like beige buildings. I can just see like I'm looking up at them, like the tops of the buildings, but it's peaceful.
What sort of buildings? Can you describe them in a bit more detail?
The architecture is really nice on them.
What style of architecture would you say it is?
I don't know, there's a lot of like squares.
At the tops of the buildings?
Yeah.
And you say it's a beach style of architecture earlier on?
No, like the colours are like beige colour.
A beige colour. And what sort of buildings are they, would you say, when you connect to them? You know instinctively.
Old.
Old. Are there lots of them?
Not loads.
Look under your feet. What do you see under your feet where you are?
Cobbles, stones. Like, but placed, not just loose stones, like cobbled tiles.
Like cobbled tiles?
Yeah.
What colour are they?
Grey.
And what do they feel like underneath?
Smooth, but uneven.
Is there a sensation of warmth or coldness?
Not from the tiles, but it's quite warm. It's like pleasant air.
Tell me about the surroundings. Look around. Are there?
There's not really anyone there. Just nice. It's like a few buildings. I think it can be a bit sandy as well.
Yeah, a bit sandy? What do you see around the buildings when you look further afield?
Like a bit of greenery and just really blue clear skies.
And look around to the right and the left of you. What do you see?
I don't see anything to the right. I don't know, it's like changed.
It's changed? What do you see now?
It's still just, I can see like forward, like the buildings and things, but I can't see left or right.
That's fine. And when you look behind you, what do you see?
Just the same, like buildings and things.
Okay. And tell me, where are you with regards to the buildings?
Close to them.
You're close to them.
But just on the street, looking up, but they're not too high.
And look at your feet and tell me what they're like.
Like with sandals.
And describe these sandals to me, please.
Just brown sandals. I think my feet are quite dirty.
Your feet are quite dirty?
It's dusty.
It's dusty. And do these sandals, you say, what sort of style are they? Do you have?
They've just got two straps over, one near the toes and one near the back, near the middle bit of your foot.
And describe your clothes to me.
Quite raggy.
Do they cover your body or entirely? Or
yeah, like brown.
And does your body feel male or female?
Male.
Does your body feel young or old?
Older than normal, but not old.
Does your body feel healthy?
It feels strong, quite strong, but also quite weak.
Connect with this weakness now.
Like maybe I need food.
Like maybe you need food, And are you wearing any ornaments or jewelry?
No.
You carrying anything with you?
I think a bag.
Let's have a look at this bag. We are now zooming into the bag. What's it look like?
It's a white cloth that I've just gathered together to hold in my hand.
And how do you carry it? In your hand?
Yeah, just gathered together in my hand, like a balloon shape.
Let's open it and see what's inside.
A sponge. I think something like made out of wood, like some sort of stick or something, but I don't know what it is.
We'll zoom within now. We're zooming into it so we can see it clearly. Is it a big piece of wood or a small piece?
Yeah, it's quite long.
Can you describe the shape a little bit more and the colour?
It's like a reddy dark brown wood shape, and it like crosses over like scissors.
Crosses over like scissors. And you have a sponge in there?
Yeah.
And do you have anything else in your sack?
A journal.
Now let's connect to the sponge and the wooden piece that's like scissors, you say?
Yeah, it's not scissors, but it's got a bit that crosses over like scissors do in the middle.
Let's connect to this piece of wood and the sponge, and you will know instantaneously what these are. Say the first things that come to your mind.
It's just a sponge.
What do you use the sponge for?
Cleaning.
And what things do you clean with this sponge?
Maybe the buildings.
The buildings. And with this piece of wood, what do you do with this piece of wood?
Something else with the buildings.
Let's see the image that comes to your mind that explains.
Like scrape them.
Oh, you scrape them with this wood, okay, and then you clean them with the sponge?
Yeah.
What does this do for the buildings?
Cleans them, makes them look better.
Let's connect to the journal in your sack. Let's have a look at it. What does it look like from the outside?
Covered in brown leather.
Is it
some string at the side?
And is it a big journal or a small one?
No, quite small.
And when you open it, what do you see?
Just what my writing.
Describe the writing. What does it look like?
Quite scribbled in blue ink.
Let's connect with the writing. What have you written about?
What I've done that day.
Yeah.
My work.
Tell me about this journal.
So I wrote down what work I've done that day.
And what is the work you've done that day? Let's connect to what's written there on the page.
I think the cleaning and something with people, maybe.
Tell me about this journal. Are there other things you write inside of it?
How I feel.
Yeah. Tell me,
and what I've had to eat that day.
Okay, and tell me about how you have felt in this writing you're reading. What does the writing say?
It won't let me see.
It's now letting you see. It's now letting you know with information coming instantaneously. So you have the gist.
About what work I've been able to do or done.
Yes. And how have you been feeling about that in this journal?
Good to get work.
Why has it been good to get work?
So you can eat.
Yeah. Tell me what your face looks like, please.
Really scruffy and dirty. With like big, like brown beard and moustache. And my hair is quite long and scruffy and in my face a bit.
What are your eyes like?
Heavy and tired.
Heavy and tired, okay. I'd like you to now go to the place where you live. Where we are visiting right now. And describe what it looks like from the outside of it.
a little wooden hut.
What's around the wooden hut?
Nothing. It's quite in the middle of nowhere. Just land.
Describe.
But quite nice.
Quite nice.
Land.
Describe the land. It looks quite nice around it.
Quite green, and I think forest at the back.
And what shape is the hut?
Just a little square rectangle thing.
And what's it made of, would you say?
Like wood, and then other stuff on the top, like loads of twigs and stuff.
And this environment where you live, what sort of climate is it, would you say?
Warm, but not hot.
Warm but not hot, okay. Go inside the hut now, please, and tell me what you see as you enter the hut.
Just a bed.
Where is this bed as you enter?
On the far right side.
What's it like, this bed?
It's very basic. With some dark blue blanket on the top. I think there's a fireplace, but I don't really need the fireplace for warmth.
Why is that?
It's warm enough not to have a fire.
All year round?
I think so.
And where is the fireplace that you don't need? Is it
on the right?
On the right. Next to the bed?
Yeah, but there's enough room. But I think it's sometimes for cooking.
Oh, okay, so you cook on this fire as well, okay? And how do you reckon you cook on this fire? See the images that come through now.
Just in a pot.
In a pot, okay. And what's the pot like?
Metal pot.
Look at
quite small.
Quite small. And what's the floor like and the walls?
Just wood. I think there's like cloths on the floor, some cloth or material.
And what does this material provide, do you reckon?
Just comfort on your feet.
And what else is in this hut? Have a look around.
I think some tins and like a wooden chair.
Okay, let's have a look at these tins. Where are they placed?
Just up on the wall on the shelf bit. They've not got any labels on. They're just a tin, metal tin shape, just plain, empty.
What do you use them for? Let's connect with that now, and you'll know instantaneously.
Just put things in.
What sort of things?
Just bits.
Such as?
Bits of things. Like bolts.
And is there anything else on the walls or any other furniture or decoration?
No, I don't think so.
Are there any other people living with you here?
No.
Okay. I'd now like you to see yourself eating a meal. Look around you, look at what you're eating, and describe to me what you see.
It's like in the metal dish that I cooked it in, it's like meat, like on the bone still, in like a stew or casserole or something. Just like poor food.
And how do you eat the food?
With my hands.
With your hands. And how is this food prepared? Watch the food as it's being prepared.
Just by me, on the stove.
On the stove?
On the fire.
And how do you collect this food?
Hunt.
You hunt. How do you hunt? Watch yourself doing this.
Just like they used to in the old days, like with just go spear or something.
And do you do this alone, or are there others with you?
Alone.
Tell me what you do the majority of your time. Do you have an occupation or other things you do work-wise? Watch yourself doing what you do most of your time.
Just in the hut and around.
What do you do in the hut?
Write in the journal.
And how do you do this writing?
With a pen, with ink, blue ink.
What sort of pen is it? Describe it to me.
Like an old pen, like a old ink pen.
What does it look like, this old ink pen? Sort of style?
Sometimes like feather, and then sometimes like an actual pen, metal pen.
Okay. What sort of things do you write? Connect with that.
Just about each day.
And connecting to the journal and its message. What is the message of this journal, your feelings and your experiences? Describe it.
About writing about each day, like everything in it.
What are your feelings about life? Do you write about your feelings?
Yeah, like feel like okay.
You feel okay?
Yeah. Not sad. Kind of happy, but just very simple.
Yeah. Can you tell me what else you do? You talked about cleaning these buildings. Tell me about these buildings and this. You said it was a village.
Yeah.
What sort of people live in this village? See them now.
Like quite wealthy people.
How are they dressed?
In suits and stuff, and hats.
What sort of suits and hats?
Like dark suits, and like round hats.
And the women, how are they dressed?
In big dresses that go out.
And what is your relationship with them, and how do you get along with them?
I think they look down on me, but then some of them like the work that I do, like that I appreciate that I do the work.
Yeah, what sort of work do they appreciate that you do?
The stuff on the buildings.
Yeah, let's have a look at the stuff you do on the buildings. See yourself doing that now.
Yeah, like it's not just great, it's like designing it, like doing designs in it.
Oh, describe that to me.
So doing like architecture in the stone, like in the material. So like scraping patterns into the stones of the buildings.
On the outside of the buildings?
Yeah.
And what does that give as an appearance when you do that?
Just really detailed pattern.
And how do you do this? Watch yourself.
With the stick.
With the stick. And what does the stick do? What does it do? Does it go into the stone to make different patterns?
It carves it.
Ah, what sort of shapes?
Like twirls and swirls. All joined together.
And how do you feel when you do that?
I'm quite proud, I like it.
Yeah. And how do you know the things to design?
Just now.
And do people come and ask you to do this, or how has this come about?
Yeah, I think people just see it and then pay me to do it.
So they ask you to come and do this?
Yeah.
And tell me where you come from. Tell me about your childhood when you were much younger. Let's now see a scene moving back just for an instant. Let's have a look.
In a wood.
In a wood. What was this wood like?
Just nothing there. Just lonely, just a wood.
Do you tell me about your parents?
I don't know.
Okay, see how you were brought into the world now. See the moment when you were brought into the world.
Just see the wood.
And what do you look like as you arrive into the world?
Just scruffy.
Scruffy?
Yeah.
Are you a baby or a
child?
Like a child. And is this child got anyone around them?
No, I don't think so.
Let's see how the child came and arrived into the world. All the information's coming through.
I don't know, I can see like rich people.
What are they doing, these rich people?
I think they had the child, I don't know.
They had the child, and what did they do with the child?
I don't know, there's the rich parents and then just the child in the wood.
Okay, did they take the child to the wood? See it happening, whatever it is that happened between.
Yeah, I think so.
And who was it that took the child?
I think the mum and dad.
Why did they do this? Connect with that. See them and you will know instantaneously.
Like, I don't know, like shame.
They were ashamed. Why were they ashamed? Let's connect with that now.
I don't know, because it's scruffy, I don't know.
It's alright, just tell me what you're feeling and connecting to the parents. Is this child a baby or is it a little bit older?
Like a toddler.
Like a toddler. And how does the toddler react when they take the baby toddler to the woods?
Just sad and scared.
Sad and scared. And what do the parents say to the toddler when they leave the child there?
I don't know if they do say anything.
And so what happens once they leave? Let's have a look.
They just, I don't know, learns to survive.
Learns to survive. Let's see how you learn to survive. So you're little. Are there any other people around you?
No.
Watch as you learn to survive. What do you learn?
How to get food. And how to just shelter.
Yeah.
Just learn that all the time.
Yeah. And how do you feel about the parents who've just left you?
Just forget about them. Just try to forget.
Yeah. Tell me your feelings about them.
Don't know, like, not their fault.
Why do you feel that? Tell me the first thing that comes to your mind.
Forgiveness.
You feel forgiveness? And why do you forgive them? Being the scruffy? You said you're a bit scruffy and you're abandoned. Tell me why you feel this forgiveness for them.
Because they just did the best they could.
Yeah. Why did they have to leave you there, do you think?
I don't know.
Let's connect with this intelligence that knows all. And the information's now coming through. Why did you have to be left there from them?
Because they were ashamed.
What were they ashamed of?
Having a child. A scruffy child.
And why were they ashamed?
Because they were rich and it didn't look right.
Oh, I see. Okay. Tell me about how you learned to survive. Look at a moment when you're a bit older, when you're in teenage years. How did your life progress from that time when you were placed in the wood?
Just fish, like learn to fish, learn to do everything. Become strong.
And how did you learn all this? What was you learning these things?
Practice, just instinct.
And did you have any contact? Do you have any contact with other people around you?
No.
Do you have... What is your contact with the world? Talk to me about that.
Just nature.
Tell me about your contact with nature. Connect with that now.
We're just living off the land and the food source and stuff. To feel like more like an animal.
Yeah. Okay. Let's tell me, do you ever see any people?
Not for a time. But you know they're in the town.
Okay. So let's move forward to another important day when you're older. When you learn to write. Tell me how that came about.
It's just my writing. So it's just, I know what that means to me. It's like normal writing.
Did you learn this from anyone? See the moment when you began to...
I see writing on a wall.
What's this wall like?
Just like a big rock.
Like a big rock?
Yeah.
And what form is the writing? Can you describe the shapes of this writing?
A lot of lines. Little circles.
And this rock, tell me about this rock where you see this.
It's just a really big rock in the forest.
Okay. And tell me what you feel when you came across this big rock.
Like there's other people like me.
Yeah. So what happens afterwards? Let's move forward.
I'm still on my own in the hut.
Do you meet these other people?
No.
So how do you learn to write? Let's have a look at the moment where you are learning that.
Just copy it.
You copy it.
And then do what I think, make it up.
Okay, so do you mean by the forms you make up what each form or line means?
I know when I write what I write, I know what I mean.
Okay, and how do you feel as you begin to write?
Relieved.
Relieved? Why relieved? Tell me about that feeling.
Because I can just put it down, how I feel.
And tell me about the first things you write about as you begin to write, about your feelings.
My mum and dad.
Yeah. Tell me about what you feel about your mum and your dad.
It's just that I had a mum and dad.
And how do you feel about them in this writing? Tell me about what you write about your feelings.
I just wonder what they're doing.
Yeah.
And if they're okay.
Okay. Let's move forward to the scene we were at earlier. A scene you're living in the hut. You're much older. You design things on the building. with your stick, and people like that, and you write in your journal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But now I feel like I can write properly.
Yeah, tell me about that transition.
I don't know how that happened.
Let's see.
I can write scribbly words now, joined up instead of pattern.
Well, let's now see the image that comes to your mind now that explains the transition.
Also, maybe some of the people taught me, the rich people.
Yes.
Showed me.
Very good. And how do the rich people, how do they see you as they teach you?
That's good at my work.
And what else do you do for these rich people that teach you? You say you do some work for them? Did you do some work for them?
Just the buildings.
Just the buildings. How long have you been doing the work for the buildings for them?
A few years.
Few years. And how did that begin? Let's visit the moment where you began to do this work.
I just scraped some patterns in the wall. And they liked it.
Wonderful. And you enjoy doing that?
Yeah.
And tell me what else you do. Do you have any friends?
No.
So you live on your own and you survive on your own?
Yeah.
And you write and you design the buildings. Okay, let's leave that scene and let's move forward to another important day. A day that you consider to be important when something important is happening. We have now moved forward to another important day. What is happening and what do you see now?
I feel like I'm underwater. Like I'm a sea creature.
Oh, interesting. What is the water like?
Very clear.
What color?
Blue.
A color blue. Is it cold or is it warm?
No, it's warm.
It's warm. And is the water calm or is it moving?
Calm.
Have a look at your feet and your body. Feel your feet and your body. Describe them to me. What are they like?
I feel like it's more like a tail, like a mermaid or a fish.
A mermaid or a fish. And let's have a look at this tail. Let's zoom in.
Yeah, it's scaly and really nice colours.
Yeah, what sort of colours?
Greens and blues, like pinky red.
And do you have any feet?
No, I can feel them.
You can
as a tail, I feel them together like it's just one.
It's just one. And have a look at the rest of your body.
Yeah, I've got arms.
What are your arms like?
Free in the water. It's like normal arms. Human arms.
Do you have hands as well?
Yeah.
What colour are your arms and your hands?
Skin colour pink.
And what about your torso?
Just normal.
Does your body feel male or female?
Female.
What is your face like?
Like half fish, half human.
Tell me about that in detail. Have you got hair?
I've got yeah, a bit. It's like I breathe like fish.
Tell me.
Like the way I breathe is like gills and stuff.
Oh, where are your gills?
Like around my face. And at the side. But I've got eyes.
What colour are your eyes and what shape?
Round, but like black.
And what else do you have on your face?
And my nose. It looks like a human face, but a bit like distorted because of the gills and stuff.
And you say the gills, where are they exactly again?
Just like under my, like on my neck, like below my jaw.
Okay, on both sides?
Yeah, but the jaw is like, your face just like joins your neck.
Do you have a mouth?
Yeah.
What's your mouth like?
Like bigger than normal.
And what's your hair like?
Just little bits, but wispy.
What colour?
Red.
So you'd say you were like a mermaid?
I think so, but not like you normally think.
And does your body feel young or old?
Young.
Does your body feel healthy?
Yeah. But just different.
Tell me about that.
Because it's in the water.
Are you wearing any ornaments or jewelry?
A bracelet.
Where are you wearing this?
On my left wrist.
Let's zoom in and look at your bracelet.
Yeah. It's gold and it's got gems on it.
What sort of gems?
Like rubies.
What sort of shape are these stones?
Like diamond shapes or squares in it, set in the bangle.
What does this bracelet represent? Connect with it and you'll know instantaneously.
Like power.
Represents power. What sort of power does it represent?
Majestic.
And how did you receive this bracelet? See the moment when you received it.
From, I think, my mom, who's like a queen or something.
What does your mum look like?
It's very beautiful.
What's her form like? Her body?
More human face. It's very pretty.
And are you carrying anything with you?
No.
Go ahead, say whatever comes to your mind. Don't hesitate. Just say whatever comes to your mind. Tell me about the power with this bracelet. What does this do for you?
It's like people know who I am.
And what do they know looking at your bracelet, would you say?
Just that I'm like royalty.
I'd like you to go to the place where you live.
Yeah, it's like a palace.
It's like a palace. And describe this palace. What does it look like from the outside?
It's got loads. It's really big and it's got loads of doors and windows. But it's obviously under the water.
It's under the water?
Yeah.
And how do you get inside of it?
You just swim in.
Tell me what you see as you go inside. Swim inside of it now.
Lots of different rooms and hallways. People in there.
What sort of people?
Like servants and workers and just people I know.
Yeah. What do they look like?
Like sea creatures too.
Like yourself?
Some of them, yeah.
And can you describe some of them to me, these forms of these people, these that live there with you?
They've still got like gills and stuff like that, and the eyes and like just like kind of fish things.
Is there anyone else living there with you aside from the people that serve you?
My mum and dad.
What's your dad like?
He's the king. He's very big.
What does he look like?
just really big and like dark hair and a crown.
What sort of form does he have physically?
It's like fish again, but not very nice to look at, like the mum.
Okay. And I'd like you to see yourself eating a meal now. You're now eating something. If this is something you do, how do you take nourishment?
Eat with your hands.
What sort of things do you eat?
Like fruit and like small little shellfish.
And look around you as you're eating. Are there other people around you?
Yeah, my mum and dad, and then like people serving food.
And where are you? Are you eating inside somewhere or outside?
Yeah, just at a table.
At a table. And are you in this underwater palace still?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what you do for your life as an occupation? Have a look at what you do the majority of your time. Watch yourself doing what you do.
I swim around the palace a lot. I don't know.
That's alright. Yes, you do. You got all the information there. Watch yourself doing what you do. So you swim around the palace?
I think I sing.
Oh, tell me about that. How do you sing?
Not to loads of people, because I don't want to, but just... I think I just sing.
And do you sing with what part of your body?
Like your throat, like your mouth, stuff.
And when you sing, what happens? Tell me what you feel and what you see.
Just feel happy, free.
Okay, so you sing and you move around the palace. When you move around the palace, what do you do in the palace?
Just swim around it.
And what else do you do? Do you have any other occupation?
I don't know if I do something with a little child.
Let's have a look. What's this child like?
It's like younger than me, like a toddler age, but I think it's family or something.
Is the toddler got the same sort of physical form as you?
Yeah, but more human, like my mum.
And where does the toddler live?
I think with us.
Watch what you do with the toddler.
Just help look after it. Just play with it.
And what is your connection? What is your relationship with this toddler?
I think he might be like my little brother or something.
And how do you get along together?
Good.
And how do you all get along as a family, you and your parents?
Oh, good.
Wonderful. And what do they do? You were saying that
They're just the king and queen. They're busy.
What is their job as being busy? What do they do as king and queen? See what they do.
They're in the palace and they're talking to people, and they have people coming to ask them things all the time.
What are these people like that come and see them?
Just the same, like mer people, like coming to ask what to do.
What sort of things do they ask these people?
What should we do about this like situation?
And what sort of situations?
Sometimes about a boat. Like what they do about a boat.
Oh, you mean when a boat comes into the sea?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, like, or when they have to go on a boat for some reason.
When they go on a boat, what is this boat they go on to?
It's a boat, but they can't really go on a boat because they've got a tail.
So let's have some more information about that. Information is now downloading into your system. This image is information.
So they want to go on the boat, and they keep trying, but they can't.
And what is this boat, or why do they want to go on it?
So that they can go and explore stuff and find out more information.
What sort
and
of
knowledge.
What sort of information, knowledge do they wish to find out?
About other things, other people.
And what are these people like?
Humans.
Humans. And do you all have contact with humans from time to time?
No.
Why not?
Well, maybe some do. That go near the boat.
How do the humans react?
They like them. They like us.
And how do you all feel about the humans?
Just unsure. Like it won't last.
Why is that? What won't last?
It won't last them being friendly.
Why is this?
Because they'll be scared of us.
Okay.
Not now. The humans understand us now, but other humans later on won't.
And the humans now, what are they like? Let's have a see what they're like now.
Just nice. Friendly.
And how do they live, these humans?
There's no towns or anything, just simple, like just little villages. It's quite a long time ago.
Yeah. And how do they dress?
Just in little dresses.
Men and women?
The women, but the men are just in like shorts or trousers and tops.
And how do they communicate between each other?
They talk.
Okay, let's leave that scene and move forward to another important day in this life we are observing. An important day that you consider to be important when something is happening. We have now moved forward to an important day in this life that we are watching. What is happening now, and what do you see?
I can just see like a big grey cloud, like I'm on a grey cloud.
You were on a grey cloud?
Yeah. With a storm cloud.
And what are you doing on this storm cloud? Have a look at your form. Describe your form to me.
I'm not human, but I'm not really anything.
Tell me.
Just there.
You're just there. What do you look like?
Like almost like a disc.
Like a disc. Is it a big disc or a small disc?
I don't know, it's just there.
What color are you?
I'm white. Or see-through.
You're white see-through, okay. And is your form big or is it small, would you say?
I feel small compared to the cloud.
Does your form feel male or female?
Neither.
Does your form feel young or old?
Neither.
Does your form feel healthy?
Yeah, very.
Are you wearing anything on your form, any ornaments or anything?
No.
Are you carrying anything with you?
No.
And tell me about your form. Is it a moving form or is it a form that stays still or what?
It moves. I just feel like almost like just energy.
Like energy. Okay. And connect with the grey cloud. What are you doing with the grey cloud?
I'm just there on it, like just connecting with it.
And why do you think you're there connecting with it?
Just because it's so powerful.
What is so powerful?
The big storm cloud.
Wow, tell me about its power.
It's got all electricity in it.
What does that do for you?
Kind of just like recharges me.
It recharges you. Is this something you do often when you need recharging?
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure.
So let's look at the moment before you arrived at the storm cloud. What were you doing?
Just floating in the sky.
And then what happened?
And then I saw the storm cloud beneath me, so just went to it.
And why did you go to it, do you think? Connect with that moment when you decided to go to it.
It just looked interesting. It just drew me in.
Okay, and as it drew you in, tell me about what you felt.
I could just feel all its energy. All its like really powerful energy. But it wasn't scary.
No, you say it recharged you.
Yeah, and then it just made me like, it just kind of recharged me, just gave me more energy.
It's wonderful.
Just being near it and just observing it.
And tell me where you live. Do you have a specific place where you live?
No.
And how do you nourish yourself? Is it, you talked about recharging with...
Yeah, I don't eat. I just recharge like the sun.
Oh, you recharge with the sun as well?
Yeah, like the sunlight.
Tell me about that.
I can just, like some animals do, I can just get some light, but I don't go to earth to recharge in the sun. I can just do it in the air.
I see. So when you're in the air, where are you? And where's the sun?
The sun's still up high, but I can just be in the air, in the sky.
Without being on earth, you say?
Yeah, I don't need to be on ground.
So where oh, I see. And can you do this from other places?
I don't know what you mean.
Do you, tell me where you live. Do you live on a planet or what?
No, I think I just live in the air.
You live in the air, okay.
Like, yeah.
Like?
Just around.
Just around.
Not a bird.
And do you know what you do the majority of your time? Do you have an occupation or a job? Watch yourself doing what you do.
I just have to just be.
You just have to be. And what does that entail? Watch.
Just feeling good.
Just feeling good. That's what you need to do. Is that it? And as you feel good and as you are just being.
Just be connected.
And what does that do?
Just entitles me to be. I can just be and feel happy.
Yeah.
And I can just recharge when I need to.
And what do you connect to have this wonderful feeling?
Just everything. Just like the whole universe.
That's wonderful. I'd like you now to see where you come from and how you were formed.
Just from the universe, just a little thing.
Little thing? What does this little thing look like?
Like a little orb or disc or something.
Okay. Wonderful. And are there other orbs or discs like you?
Yeah, millions.
Tell me about them.
They just all do their thing.
What is their thing?
Like, I know that they're there and we all know we're there, but we're all just happy. They just do the same I do, or they've got different things to feel. Some might go to the earth to feel the grass and stuff.
To feel the grass and stuff.
Yeah.
What does that do for the grass when they feel it?
don't know, they can just feel it.
Yeah. See the information.
They might recharge from the grass.
Oh, I see.
Or the sea or whatever.
Okay. And as they recharge and as you recharge, what is it you're doing for the grey cloud, for example? See the information and feel it as it comes through now.
Just being there and just being peaceful.
Does that help them? The grass and the grey cloud and the sea become peaceful as well? Or?
Yeah, it's just all connected.
And how do you communicate with the other orbs?
Just by knowing.
Just by knowing. What sort of things do you communicate among each other?
Just feelings of just like, you just feel happy. You just feel like just content. You just know.
And tell me a little bit more about your purpose as an orb.
It's just to bring happiness, just to be.
Just to be and to be happy. That's wonderful. Okay. Now let's leave that scene and let's move forward to an important day. A day that you consider to be important when something is happening. We have now moved forward to an important day. What is happening now? What do you see?
I can see a horse, like I'm on a horse.
What's this horse like?
It's quite wild and out of control, and I'm quite young, and it's a bit scary.
What colour is this horse?
Brown.
And why is this horse out of control and scary?
I don't think it wants me on it.
Look at your feet and your body.
Yeah.
What are your feet like?
I've got like black riding boots and a grey riding outfit on with a hat, like I'm having a lesson or something.
Does your body feel male or female?
Female. I feel like quite a young girl.
Does your body feel healthy?
Yeah, it just feels like nothingness, really. Not healthy or unhealthy.
Are you wearing any ornaments or jewellery?
No, just the riding hat.
Are you carrying anything else with you?
Just a horse whip thing, crop.
Okay. Tell me what your face is like.
Just a bit worried, because the horse is just going a bit mad.
So you're a bit worried, the horse is going mad. And tell me where you live and look at the outside of it now. I'd like you to go to where you live.
I feel like it's a cottage.
What's it look like from the outside?
Just a white cottage. Nothing big or small.
And what's around the outside of the cottage?
Plants.
Tell me about these plants.
The plants are just in the garden and growing up the cottage.
Okay. Are there other buildings or houses around?
Yeah, in the village, but not joined it. Not joined to it.
So the village is where with regards to your cottage, would you say?
We're in the village.
You're in the village,
yeah.
Okay. How do you go inside of your cottage?
Just through the door.
Go inside now and tell me what you see as you go inside.
Like a nice little cosy cottage, like with a teapot. And there's a woman stood there with like a hat on. I don't know if it's my mum.
With a what?
With a hat on.
With the hat on. How is she dressed, your mum?
Just quite old fashioned. She's got one of those old frilly hat things. And her clothes are just like patterned clothes.
Have a look at how you're dressed.
I've got a dress on now too, not my clothes, not my riding things.
What style of dress is it? Can you describe it to me, please?
It's got flowers on it, like a floral pattern.
And does the dress, is it long or is it short?
just to my knees, below my knees.
And what's your face like and your hair?
Just quite pretty, and just like red hair, like a reddy colour hair.
Are there any other people living here with you? As well as your mum?
I don't think so.
No. So there's you and your mum?
Yeah.
Can you describe the interior a bit more and the decoration, the furniture? You say you saw a teapot?
Yeah, like an old teapot, like the metal ones. It just looks very, just quite basic, really. But what there is quite pretty, like with flowers on and things like that.
So what do you see with furniture? If you give me some details, you're inside, you see the teapot. Where is it? Is it to the right, to the left?
To the left.
And where is it sitting, this teapot?
Just on the side.
On the floor? Or?
No, on the side, on the worktop.
On the worktop, okay. Describe the rest, what you see in the room.
There's like wooden shelves and stuff, wooden tables, and like a table and chair. It's all made out of wood. Yeah, and it just, the little bits of like, there's some fresh flowers and stuff. And then I don't think there's much on the floor. I think it's just like a dirt floor.
Okay. And I'd like you to now see yourself eating a meal. You are now eating a meal.
Yeah.
Have a look at what you're eating and what you see around you.
We've got a knife and fork and a plate and everything. And I think we're just eating chicken.
Who's around you as you're eating?
Just me and my mum.
Yeah. How do you get along, you and your mum?
Yeah, good. It's quite quiet though.
Tell me about that.
It's like me and my mum, but we don't talk very much, really. I don't think.
Why is that? Connect with that now, and you will know.
I don't think she understands.
What doesn't she understand?
I don't think she understands what I tried to tell her.
What sort of things do you try to tell her?
Just about what I've done or that day or how I feel about things.
And how do you feel about things?
Just like I want to do more, like I just feel like, I don't know, like that life's a bit dull.
Tell me about what you do the majority of your time.
Just go to school and then do stuff like the horses, stuff like that.
What do you
Play.
do? What do you do with the horses?
Just help ride them and clean them.
And where do the horses live with regards to you and your mum?
Just down the road. I can walk there.
And is this a place where you work?
No, but I spend quite a bit of time there because I'm at school.
Tell me about school. What's it like?
School's okay. I can see my friends, and it's just quite strict.
Tell me about that. What's strict at school?
You just have to listen to the teacher all the time. Make sure you're sitting up and doing everything like that.
And what do you do with the horses?
I clean them out, and I help to try and ride them when they're not used to people. Help to try and get them used to people sitting on them.
And do you enjoy that?
Sometimes not. It's scary.
And why do you do this, do you think?
Because my mum wants me to.
Why does she want you to?
Because it's helpful.
How is it helpful?
To the other people at the stable.
And what else do you do the majority of your time?
At school, sometimes see my friends or with my mum.
And you say life is dull. What would you like to do that's different?
And play more and just be able to go and run around.
What does your mum do the majority of her time?
And works in our kitchen.
What does she do?
Cooks and cleans.
Tell me about your father.
I don't know him. I think he died.
Are you doing this job with the horses to earn money, to eat, or what?
No, more to like my mum's happy because they're happy that I'm helping them out.
Who are these people you were helping out?
Just the people that go to the stable and own the stable.
Tell me what you would like to do. You say your life is dull. Why is it dull? What is it that's dull about your life? Tell me about that.
It's just the same thing every day.
You say you'd like to be more free and play more?
Yeah.
And when you play, tell me about that. What does that consist of?
Seeing my friends and just being able to use my imagination. And just letting go, not having to worry.
Okay. And how do you use your imagination? See yourself doing that?
Running around.
Let's move forward to another moment in this life we're watching. We're now moving forward to see a little bit more as you're older. What happens as you get older?
I'm in the house now, but my mum isn't there anymore.
Tell me about your life.
It seems quite sad.
Tell me about that.
I don't know, I think the mum might have died. And I'm in the house, and obviously I'm not at school anymore, and I don't really have much to do with the stables anymore. I'm just there in the kitchen.
What do you do in the kitchen and the majority of your time?
I think I have another job.
Let's see this job that you do.
I think it's working with vehicles, like tractors and stuff.
What do you do with these tractors?
I think I just help fix them.
And do you enjoy this?
No, not really.
What do you like doing in your spare time?
Just dreaming about things.
What sort of things do you dream about?
What I would have done, like with my life.
And what would you have done? Tell me about these things you dream.
Like moved away, got a nice job and family and stuff.
And why haven't you moved away?
Just because I just felt trapped.
Tell me about feeling trapped.
I just needed to. I felt like I had to just do it for my mum.
I see. And why did you have to do it for your mum?
Just because she hadn't got anything else, anyone else. I think.
And so now you're living in the cottage. Is there anyone else living there with you?
No.
Let's now move forward to another moment when you're older in this life, another important moment, and see what happens.
I think I'm just like in the cottage still on my own, but old. Like my mum was.
And what do you do most of the time?
Nothing, just like my mum used to, just in the kitchen.
What do you do in the kitchen?
Just make dinner and tea and clean it up. Just waste the day.
And you told me there were plants outside in the garden. Can you tell me what you do with these plants?
No, I don't feel like they're really there anymore.
Okay. Do you have any people in your life?
No.
Let's now go to the last scene of this life we're visiting. We've now gone forward to the last day of your life in this lifetime we are watching. If you like, you can watch in a detached manner as an observer. We are at the last day of your life we are watching. What is happening and what do you see?
I just see myself like the old woman, just in bed. Just on her own, like with just regrets.
And what are these regrets?
Just that, like, she wishes she'd have gone out and done stuff with her life.
Are there people around the body?
Not really. Only people that, like, have to be.
Tell me about these people that have to be.
Like people from the village, like the doctor and people like that, like just 2 or 3.
How did you get along with the people from the village?
Okay. Just kept myself to myself. It was pleasant, but nothing.
Okay. And tell me, what has happened to the body?
It's just going to be buried.
The body, why did the body die?
It was just old and sad.
Old and sad, okay. You've now left the body, you're moving up, up, up. Describe what you see and feel as you look at the body behind you.
Just nothingness, really. Just like it's another lesson, really.
Tell me about the lesson, because whatever has happened, and you are on the other side of it. From this position, you can look back at the entire life and see it from a different angle and perspective. Each life has a lesson and a purpose. When you look back on your life, what did you learn from it?
Just to make more of it. And not just try and like please other people all the time and live your life for them.
What do you think was the purpose of that lifetime?
Just to try and learn what would happen if you did and how miserable it would be.
Can you repeat that a bit louder, please?
So that if you tried to live your life for other people all the time, just how miserable it would be.
So that was to learn from that experience?
Yeah.
Now repeat after me. I claim all the wisdom.
I claim all the wisdom
that my superconscious is showing me here.
That my superconscious is showing me here.
In accordance.
In accordance.
With my divine right timing.
With my divine right timing.
I release any energy from here.
I release any energy from here.
That no longer serves me.
That no longer serves me.
In accordance.
In accordance.
With divine right timing.
With divine right timing.
And now you are continuing to move up, up, up. We are now in the place between lives. We are moving now up, up, up. Can you tell me what you see and you feel around you?
I just feel really content and happy, like I don't want to go anywhere else.
What do you see in this space where you feel content and happy?
Just light. There's nothing. There's not really any objects or anything. It's just more like a feeling.
We'll feel that wonderful contentment in all the cells of your body. Feel that lovely peace and contentment. And as you breathe in, we're feeling more and more relaxed, more and more at peace, content, relaxed and at peace. You are in a beautiful place now. And there is now a presence coming towards you. This presence is your guardian angel who came with you into your life and will be with you until the end of your life. You can now feel and see this presence of your guardian angel in front of you. Tell me what this presence looks like and feels like.
It just looks like a pink, like a sort of pink white light, like a, just feels safe. It's just a pink white light.
Wonderful. I'd like you in your mind to speak to this beautiful pink light of your guardian angel. Before doing that, does this energy feel masculine or feminine?
Feels like both.
Ask your guardian angel if your guardian angel can give you a name. Ask in your mind, and your guardian angel will reply to you.
I feel like it's like Michael or something.
Michael. And ask Michael the message for you today. What is Michael's message for you today?
Just stop. Saying just stop. Stop worrying about stuff or something.
Yeah, stop worrying about stuff.
Just stop and just relax.
Stop and just relax. Ask your guardian angel now what other information can be given to you about your life today.
That I can be happy, but it's up to me.
Okay. Ask your guardian angel if we've visited enough past lives today.
Yes.
Ask your guardian angel if they would like to show you or explain anything else to you right now. What would they like to explain to you right now?
Just something about happy, like just to be happy, or
what changes need to be made to be happy? The information's now downloading. Images can come up as well to explain the actions that need to be taken.
I need to start working at Roy's. And I need to just honour myself.
Ask Michael the best way to honour yourself. What does that entail?
Be honest with my own feelings.
Ask Michael now if, with your list of questions, we should go directly to the superconscious, or would it be better for Michael to be the mediator between us and the superconscious, to answer the questions.
I think for him to be the mediator.
Okay, so does Michael agree now to connect to the superconscious?
Yeah.
Okay, and the superconscious is now filling all the cells of Roxanna's body, all her organs, her aura. The energy is now very, very, very strongly filling all the cells of her body with healing, with love and wisdom from the superconscious. And Michael will be replying all the answers. Tell me when the energy is felt and connected.
Okay.
May I speak to Roxanna's superconscious through Michael?
Yeah.
Do I have permission to speak to Roxanna's superconscious through Michael?
Yeah.
I respect the power of the superconscious because I know it takes care of Roxanna's body and does a very good job of it. I also know that the superconscious has the records of everything that has ever happened to Roxanna in this lifetime and all the other lifetimes she has ever lived. So I respect the power of the superconscious, and I always ask for permission to speak to it and ask questions. Do I have permission to ask questions?
Yeah.
I know the superconscious could have brought forward many different lifetimes for Roxanna to see today. You chose to bring forward the lifetime as the man who wrote and made designs on buildings, who was abandoned by his parents. Why did you pick that lifetime to show her?
Because you can still make something of yourself, no matter what happens at the start.
And what does that particular past life have to do with her life today?
Because she can do something, she can make something of herself if she lets herself.
You then showed her the life of a sea creature who was like a mermaid. What were you trying to show her?
It's okay to be different.
And what does that have to do with her present life today?
Just to show her that she can just be herself.
You then showed her the life, it was like of an orb. What were you trying to show her with that lifetime?
That you can just, how peaceful it can be when you're connected. Just a sense of well-being.
And how can she connect in her present life today to have this sense of well-being and peace?
By switching off and having time for herself.
You then showed her the life of a woman who lived to please others, and in the end she had many regrets. Why did you pick that lifetime to show her?
Just like a warning. Because that can easily happen.
And what is needed to be done to prevent that?
Just follow our own intuition.
Can you tell us what her life purpose is, please?
show others something.
What are these? What is it that she is supposed to show others?
Something better.
Can you give us some more details on this? Better than what?
Better than they are feeling now.
Oh, I see. And so she can show this to people, that they can have something better?
Yeah, if she does it herself.
Okay. Why is she frightened of the dark and of being alone?
I feel like I can't answer that.
I'm not talking to Roxanna. All Roxanna has to do is repeat what Michael gets as a reply. Am I talking to Roxanna or to Michael? I need a reply, please.
To both.
Okay, well, I'm now only speaking to Michael. All Roxanna has to do is repeat the information. Can we proceed in that way? Does Michael agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Why is Roxanna afraid of being alone in the dark? Where does this fear come from?
From something when she lived at the farm. When she was little.
Can you tell us what this thing was? Is it good for her to know?
I think it's just a fear of being in our room.
What was going on to make her fearful?
Just thoughts.
Thoughts of what?
What could happen?
In terms of? Keep talking. Don't stop talking, please. In terms of?
I don't know.
I'm not talking to Roxanna. I'm talking to Michael. Michael, can you tell us you are connected to the superconscious? What sort of things was she worried about in her thoughts of what might happen?
About something bad happening to her or her family, and that was more at night.
Okay.
From like her uncle and stuff at night.
Oh, was it to do with the fear of the uncle then?
Yeah.
Where did she have a link with the uncle from another life?
No.
Okay. Can you now clear this fear and take it away?
Yeah.
And when you've done this, let us know.
Okay.
Thank cells of Roxanna's body and her organs with joy, healing and understanding and confidence in herself and her life mission now. Do you agree to do this?
Yeah.
And to let her feel the love in her heart for herself and her life mission. And tell us when this has been done.
Okay.
Thank you. Who are around her from the spirit world?
Her granddad.
Mm-hmm.
Her grandma.
Is that maternal or paternal?
Paternal.
Do they have a message for her?
Just that they're proud of her.
That's wonderful.
And they can see. They can just see what's going on.
Yeah. Do they have any advice or anything they'd like to give?
No.
I'm talking to you, Michael. Could you tell us who the lady was when she banged her head? Is that you, her guardian angel?
No.
Who was it?
Someone that was looking after her.
Can we connect now with this person that was looking after her and have a message, please?
I think it was someone who used to work with her grandma as a nurse.
Okay, that passed over to the spirit world?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any message this lady would like to give to her now?
Just look after yourself.
Mm-hmm. How can she gain a feeling of fulfillment in her life?
By doing more of what makes her happy.
What sort of things would make her happy?
Or creative work.
Mm-hmm. Is this why she feels low and depressed?
Yeah, she's not got an outlet.
Can you show her an image now, please, of what she can do to make herself feel better?
Oh, I can't see him.
Information is now downloading. And I'm asking you, Michael, give the replies now. Roxanna only has to repeat. What sort of creative things can you suggest to her that might interest her?
Maybe photography.
Mm-hmm. Can you now show an image, please, of the many different things she could do if she wishes to? Go ahead. Don't stop talking, please.
I can just see me in a workshop. I can't see any image or anything.
Okay, what's going on in the workshop?
Just me there. I know that I'm doing something.
Let's zoom in and see what Roxanna is doing. We now have zoomed in to see what Roxanna is doing. Is it with her hands?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, what sort of things? Feel the hands and what they're doing.
I think they're like writing or illustrating something, like a kid's book or something.
Wonderful, a kid's book. Wonderful. Okay. And what is this book about?
Like Winnie the Pooh came to mind first, like a little bear.
Like a little bear. Wonderful. And what does the cover of the book look like? Let's see the illustration and the colours.
Just white and then colourful flowers on it.
Is there a title on the book? Let's zoom in.
I don't think so. I can't see.
Okay. Thank you for showing her this. So this is something she can do. She can illustrate and write children's books.
Yeah.
Wonderful. How can she create more peace and well-being in her life?
Just by doing more of what she loves.
Yes. And how about her learning to love and accept herself more? What would you suggest?
Stop caring what other people think.
Where does this worry come from? This worrying of what other people think?
It's from when she was smaller.
And what was going on when she was smaller?
She just wanted to please everyone.
Why did she want to please everyone?
Just to feel loved and accepted.
Yeah. And can you show us a past life where this issue came from now, please? You can show it in images, or as a download of information. Keep talking.
I feel like it could be her life now. When she was younger.
Could you explain that, please?
Just feeling like she wanted to just keep everyone happy. When she was younger, like her parents and everyone, family.
Yeah. Okay. And this need to keep everyone happy, where did the origins of that come from? I'd like us to see an image of that. Because that just didn't happen on its own. That came from somewhere before. Let's now see it.
I could just see like a jar or something.
Tell me about this jar.
There's just like a jar. There's nothing there around it.
And what is this jar? What is its function?
I think it just holds ashes.
It holds
like
ashes.
someone's ashes.
Holding someone's ashes, okay. And where is this jar placed?
Maybe on a fireplace. I don't recognise the house.
What's the house like?
I can only see the fireplace on one wall.
What sort of time period are we talking about?
I don't know.
Say the first thing that comes to mind. I'm talking to Michael now, and the superconscious.
Not long ago.
And what is this jar have to do with Roxanna and her wanting to please people?
It's one of her relatives.
And what's the link with the relatives and her wanting to please herself with this particular relative?
That's what they did in their life.
Oh, is it a transgenerational thing? Is it a generation thing that's...
Yeah, maybe.
I'm asking you, Michael, is it a generational thing? Just say yes or no.
Yeah.
Can you please do a healing to release that?
Yeah.
So that it no longer affects Roxanna. Do you agree?
Yeah.
And tell us when this has been healed and released.
Okay.
Thank you. Why does she often feel guilt? Is this part of the people-pleasing thing?
Yeah, she's putting other people's needs before her.
And with you having done this healing, is that guilt now gone?
No, it will take more work.
What sort of work will it take?
Her sitting quietly.
How often does she need to sit quietly?
Every day.
How much every day?
Just for 10 minutes or more.
Can you tell us why this morning she was connecting with this underlying sadness she's had most of her life, and she received the information that this depression and sadness was around the heart and her stomach area, and that it was about expressing her emotions and being herself. Can you tell us more about that, please?
I just feel like it's trapped.
What is trapped?
The sadness. The emotion.
Where does this sadness come from?
Birth.
From birth. What happened in the birth? Can we see? We are now connecting to see what happened at the birth.
Just
go ahead.
A bit of panic and uncertainty.
What was the panic and uncertainty about?
About her being born and the way she's born.
I see. Tell me about that, the way she was born. What do you mean by that? Keep talking, please. You're doing very well.
Just the way she was born afterwards, and her mum being unsure.
Oh, was she feeling that?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we now heal that and release her from that?
Yeah.
And tell us when you've done this.
Okay.
Thank you. She also has had difficulty expressing her emotions. Why is this? Can you show her an image? Tell us what this image is, please.
But there's problems with her throat. It's because she's not saying things.
What things should she be saying?
Standing up for herself.
With who? Is there any particular person?
Just in general.
Where does this fear come from of expressing her emotions? Can you show us if it's a past life, please? An image is now coming through with information downloading. Keep talking.
I feel like something, once they said something and then they cut her throat.
Yeah, who were these that cut her throat? And was she a man or a woman?
I think she was a man, but I think just these men, these people.
What was her
Might be pirates or something.
Pirates?
But she said something, so they cut her throat.
What was it, this man said, let's connect with it?
He said something about them not being good enough.
And what was his life like? What did he do?
He was an explorer.
And what happened when he met these pirates? What was he doing?
They tried to control him.
How did they try and control him?
They tried to take away his freedom.
So what was he exploring?
Just the seas, the lands.
And how did he meet these pirates?
On the sea. They got him.
And how were they trying to control him?
They were trying to make him be one of them and join them.
I see. Did they capture him?
Yeah.
I see. And so he refused?
Yeah. He told them they're not good enough. He didn't like what they did.
Okay. I'd like us to now heal that memory. Do you agree to do that?
Yeah.
To take away the trauma of that memory.
Yeah.
And as you take away that trauma of that memory, that beautiful sense of well-being and freedom to express herself from the top of her head to the tips of her toes and all the cells of her body and all the organs of her body, especially her throat and her heart, are now fully open. Do you agree to do all this?
Yeah.
Thank you, and tell us when you've done this.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Roxanna, from today on, is at peace and joy and confidence to express herself fully. And confidence and knowledge that it is the right thing for her well-being, as and when she feels it in her body and in her heart. Can you tell us about her relationship with her little girls, please? Is she a good mum, she asks.
Yeah.
Is there anything she can do to help the girls be happier?
Just spend more time with them.
Okay. And she'd like to know how she can help the girls feel safe enough to talk to her or her boyfriend about anything.
Just always be there and just spend time with them.
Okay. When she spends time with them, what sort of things should she be doing with them?
Just quality time.
Quality time. Can you give her some information about Mia saying that her mum was tricking her? Where did that come from?
It's just one of those things.
But where did that come from? For Mia, was there a past life connection there?
No.
Can you show an image of where that came from, please, now? An image is now coming through.
The tablet. The stuff that she's watched.
The tablet, the stuff that she's watched. I see. And when she said that thinking the plan is working, where did that come from?
It's the same. It's the stuff she's seen.
What do you suggest about the stuff she is seeing on the tablet?
Just
Is it good for her
watch it.
Is it good for her to be continuing to watch that?
No.
Okay. So what does Roxanna need to do about the tablet and what the girls watch?
Wash it with them.
Okay. And that way she can make sure it's okay to watch?
Yeah.
Okay. Ensure that her intuition is fully open and extremely powerful from now on.
Yeah.
And that she hears you clearly.
Yeah.
And how is the best way for her to have your wisdom and contact when she needs your help?
Through the stomach.
To her stomach.
Mm.
What do you mean by that?
She can feel it in her stomach.
What will she feel in her stomach when it's the right decision? Is that what you mean? You're talking about decisions?
It just feels right.
Okay. And she will feel the contact with you through her stomach as well?
No.
Okay. When she wants contact with you, what does she need to do?
Stop and listen.
And then you will make her feel in the stomach the right answer or feeling.
No.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood. Can you explain us a bit more about the stomach, please?
The stomach is when something's not right. Like, or wrong.
Oh,
It's like a gut instinct. It just feels wrong in her stomach.
And when it feels right, what
Then you just know.
perfect.
In her heart.
She'll know in her heart. That's brilliant. Does she have a healthy relationship with her friends?
Yes.
She said there are a couple of relationships where she's felt a bit manipulated. What do you suggest to her?
Just keep being strong.
Can you tell her about her relationship with her brother, Teen? And how she can improve the relationship with him?
You just got to give him time. It's him. It's his issues.
Can you put some light now between her and Dean so that the relationship is easier from now on?
Yeah.
And tell us when you've done that.
Yeah.
Thank you. We'd now like to connect to her relationship with Baz. Do they know each other from a past life?
Yeah.
What is this past life?
They were married.
Tell us about that life. Was she a woman or a man?
She was a woman.
Mm-hmm.
I used to work in the field.
Mm-hmm. And what sort of life, what sort of people were they?
Like peasants.
Mm-hmm.
They worked in the field. They were field workers.
Mm-hmm.
They did the crops.
And how did they get along?
Very good.
Mm-hmm. And why did they decide to come back in this lifetime?
Because they are good together.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How can her relationship with him improve today?
Take more time to listen. Both.
Okay, she talked about the communication issue. The healing you've done for her throat, will that enable her to more easily communicate with him?
Yeah.
She says she'd like him to understand the work she does every day at home. What do you advise?
Just keep doing it.
Mm-hmm. How can they have more quality time together as a family?
She needs to stop worrying so much.
Why does she worry so much?
About all the jobs, getting everything done.
She actually does an awful lot.
Yeah.
How can she get everything done and have more time for herself?
You can't.
What changes can she make?
She has to relax about it.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell us the reason for the postnatal depression?
Trauma.
What is the trauma? Can we see it now, please?
With the birth. It is birth.
Mm-hmm. Is there a past
The
life?
fear.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
And the fear of it.
Can you tell us if there is a past life connection there as well, please?
No.
Can you release this now, this trauma? And this fear, please?
Yeah.
For her and for me now. Pushing light and love and wisdom and healing. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Thank you, and tell us when you've done this.
Okay.
She is feeling the need to have more space and time to herself. What can you tell her about that?
She needs to stop doing everything for everyone else.
Mm-hmm. Earlier she got the information about Roy. What do you have to say about that?
Working with Roy is not good for her.
Would it be a good idea for her to stop doing that?
Yes, but still see him.
Yes, I understand. Would it be good for her to see him outside of the weekend, a weekday, so she can have that time to herself?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How can she create more abundance in her life?
By doing something she loves.
Yes. Would you suggest she starts illustrating and writing?
Yeah.
That's wonderful. She also had the information this morning that she doesn't heart-wise want to do this cleaning business. What do you have to say about that?
She knows.
What does she know? Keep talking, please.
She knows not to do it, but she probably will anyway.
Oh. What can you do to help her so that she stays heart-centered?
Give her stronger signals.
Can you do a healing now for her?
Yeah.
So that she follows her heart?
Yeah.
Tell us when you've done this.
Yeah.
Can you tell us why it isn't a good idea for her to do this cleaning business, please?
Because she still won't have time for herself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She would like to earn money for the family, doing something she'd enjoy. What do you suggest to her?
Something fun.
Mm-hmm.
That she can enjoy.
Such as?
Creative.
Such as the children's book and illustration?
Yeah, or making something.
Can you show an image now? Describe this image to us in detail, please. All the information is downloading.
She can use her hands to make something.
What is this something? Let's have a look. An image. What is this thing?
Can't see properly.
Let's feel it with the hands. What does it feel like in the hands?
Something wooden with patterns.
Wooden with patterns. And does it have a function? Feel it.
Decorative.
It's decorative. What sort of decorative item is this? Feel.
Don't know, it's got a lot of like twirls in it.
A lot of twirls in it.
Mm.
Is this something she can make with her hands and with wood?
Mm.
Is this something she'll know instinctively if she decides to try this at home?
Yeah.
With twirls. And what instruments does she use to create this?
A pencil and some little things like knives.
Wonderful. Wonderful. And this seems to be a bit like in the past life we visited of the man who was the writer.
Mm.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
That's wonderful. What can you tell her about Carla? Because she likes Carla very much, but she doesn't feel that it's a good idea to do this business with Carla.
Just be careful.
Careful
Just
of
be
what?
careful.
So, how can she say no to Carla? What do you suggest?
She just needs to do it in a nice, loving way.
Yeah. And if Carla gets upset, what can you advise to Roxanna?
That she will move on and do it something herself.
Okay, that's wonderful. She would like to help Baz How can she help him?
Just support him, what he wants to do.
And how is the best way she can do this?
Listen to him.
And how is her living her heart going to help him in this way?
It will help him, show him to do the same.
That is wonderful. Okay. She's she's always felt she can be very successful, but that each time she's tried things such as the university, she dropped out of it. Why did she do this when things were going so well?
She doesn't want to succeed.
Why is that?
She's worried about what other people will think.
Why doesn't... She said she also wonders if she doesn't feel she deserves it.
Yeah.
Where does this feeling of not deserving it come from? Can you show her an image now, please?
Past lives when she hasn't had anything much.
Tell us about that. What do you mean?
She hasn't had stuff, so she hasn't had much, so...
Oh, is that where she felt?
She can't accept it.
I see what you mean. Can you take that trauma away from her now? And fill her with the knowledge that she has the right to all abundance, happiness in her heart, and joy in doing what she loves, and the freedom from now on. Do you agree to do that for her now, please?
Yeah.
And I ask you to put that in place while you take away the trauma of the past lives, where she didn't have anything, and where she felt she didn't deserve it. Okay?
Yeah.
Thank you, and tell us when this is done.
Okay.
Thank you. She often feels scared of losing her girls and worries about keeping them safe. Why is she so worried? Where does that come from?
It's fear.
Yeah, where does that fear come from? Show an image now.
Things that she's seen or heard.
Is it this lifetime? Or is it another lifetime? Or lifetimes?
Over.
What happened in these lifetimes?
Children getting taken away from their families and their mothers.
And what happened regarding Roxanna and her girls in a past life? Was there anything that she needs to know about today?
No.
Okay. Can you release the trauma of that from these past lifetimes, please?
Yeah.
For Roxanna as well, for her girls. Do you agree?
Yeah.
And tell us when this is done.
Okay.
Thank you so much. And I'd like you to feel Roxanna in all the cells of her body, in all her organs, in her heart, in her aura, with joy and security and knowingness that all is as it should be, that all is within her power, that the joy is within her hands, and she will feel this more and more strongly every day. Do you agree to do this now for her?
Yeah.
Thank you. Tell us when you've done this.
Okay.
She's very attracted to crystals. Can you tell us about her connection with crystals, please?
She did this before.
What did she do before?
Worked with crystals.
Yeah, can you tell us what she was doing with crystals?
Helping to heal people.
Was she a man or a woman?
A woman.
What time period did you say this was? Show an image, please.
In the 70s.
And in the 1970s?
Yeah.
Okay, is this a parallel life?
No.
And where was she? What sort of place was she living?
Somewhere not in England.
What did she look like?
Little.
She was little? And what was her life like?
I don't know.
Show us the images. So she was little and she was working with crystals. Can you tell us how she was working with crystals?
Just with her hands.
With her hands? And what would she do with the crystals with her hands?
Like hold them on people.
Okay. What can she do today with crystals? She's very attracted with them.
She can do the same.
She can do the same, right. Would it be a good idea for her to learn a healing modality with crystals?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that something she could do to earn a living as eventually?
Yeah.
Wonderful. And will she enjoy doing this?
Yeah.
It's wonderful. So she can do healing with crystals. She can write children's books and illustrate and also create with her hands. Yeah?
Yeah.
That is wonderful. She's been feeling very overwhelmed and stressed for the past 6.5 years. Will doing these things help improve this?
Yeah.
So she needs to stay heart-centered?
Yeah.
What can you tell her about earning money? Because she worries a lot about that.
Just relax about it.
Okay. And when people reply to her enthusiasm to do other things that she really wants to do with her heart, if they reply to her with money worries, what do you give Roxanna as advice of how she should react to that?
Just believe, because if you follow your heart, it will work out.
That is wonderful. She doesn't like being the center of attention. Why is this?
Self-confidence.
Can you lift this concern and heal it now, please?
Yeah.
And where is this placed within the body?
In her head.
Okay, can you take that away now and tell us when you've done this?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
She feels she has to have everything clean and tidy all the time. What do you have to say about that?
It's become an obsession. It's very controlling of her.
For what reason?
She can control it.
I see. Whereas she can't control other things, do you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. And from today on, will she be able to control other things and focus on what she really needs to control.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's going to help her, because now she understands where it comes from. She doesn't need to worry about it, does she?
No.
And she can still have things clean and tidy, but she can from now on channel all her attention to her heart and what her heart wants as well.
Yeah.
We have a question about her father. Why is there a barrier between her and her father?
It's an emotional one.
What's it stem from?
Him holding in.
Him holding in what?
His emotion.
And how does that why is it so uncomfortable between them for her?
Because she doesn't know how to act.
And how should she act?
Just herself anyway.
Just be herself, okay. Can you put light and do a healing for the relationship between her and her dad now?
Yeah.
So that she feels comfortable when she's around him, when he doesn't feel comfortable expressing her emotions?
Yeah.
Thank you, and tell us when you've finished.
Okay.
She feels as if she's got a lot of trapped emotions in her body. What do you have to say about that?
I think when she was younger, she used to keep everything in.
What sort of things did she keep in?
Worries or fears, because she didn't want to bother people with them.
Yeah. Can you clear that for her now, please?
Yeah.
And tell us when you've cleared that.
Okay.
Thank you. She'd like to know why she comfort eats.
Just to make herself feel better.
What can she do instead of comfort eating?
Distract herself, like exercise or writing or something.
Yeah, that's great. Can you tell us about the writing she can do? What sort of writing?
Anything. Writing in a journal or
With the children's
story.
Brilliant. Can you now take away the need for her to comfort eat and replace it now with the joy of creating?
Yeah.
And tell us when you've done this.
Okay.
Thank you. Can you tell us what type of yoga or Pilates would be good for her?
Something that focuses on breathing.
Okay, and would this be optimal for her?
Yeah.
Would Tai Chi be a good idea?
Yeah.
Could she also do yoga and Pilates?
Yeah.
Is there a certain type that would be specifically good for her? A certain type of yoga? Or a certain type of Pilates? You said about breathing as well, that focuses on breathing.
Just a gentle one.
A gentle one, okay. How much water would it be best for her to drink every day?
Just a couple of litres.
A couple of litres. And what source of water should this be?
Just normal water.
Okay.
Pure water.
She'd like to easily be slim. What do you have to say to her about that?
Just relax and follow what you know you should eat.
Okay. you've done a healing so that she doesn't do comfort eating anymore. Is that going to help her?
Yeah.
What else can she do to improve her health?
Not eat meat so much.
Okay. Why does she get itchy legs?
It's a nervous thing.
And how long has she had that? What is this nervous thing?
A few years.
Why did it start a few years ago?
Pregnancy.
And why does she still have it, nervous-wise? What's going on?
It's when she gets anxious about something.
So she now understands she doesn't need to be anxious anymore. She just needs to follow her heart.
Yeah.
Can you heal this problem with the itchy legs now?
Yeah.
Thank you, and tell us when you've finished.
Okay.
What can you tell her about her pelvic floor?
It's all fine. It'll be fine.
Okay. What was the emotional reason for that?
Just childbirth.
But there's always an emotional reason as well. What was the emotional link with that?
It's love.
Love?
Yeah.
Okay. Love of what? Can you show an image?
Children?
A lot of children. Okay. So you say her pelvic floor is fine now?
Yeah.
Okay. Why does she keep getting thrush? Why did this begin a year ago?
Irritation.
Over what?
Frustration.
About what?
About her life.
And why did it concentrate on that area of her body? What does that area of her body represent?
Trust.
Okay. And what does she need to trust in? Show an image now. Send a feeling and knowing. What does she need to trust in to no longer have this irritation?
Trust herself.
Trust herself, okay. Can you do a healing for this now, please, for the thrush?
Yeah.
Thank you. And tell us when you're finished. Okay. Can you tell us about the cold sore in her mouth and the right side of her face? This morning she had the information that she was worried about her girls. Was there any other information?
No.
And why did this begin before she came over here for the session?
Some preparation for the session.
Oh, what sort of preparation was that? What do you mean?
To be aware of it.
To be aware of it? What did she need to be aware of exactly? Can you tell us again, please?
To be aware of the issue.
Of her girls?
Yeah.
Okay. Has that all been healed now?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. What is the best way for her to achieve a sense of well-being? You've told us that she needs to be heart-based.
Yeah.
And to speak her truth and to show as an example for everyone her following her heart.
Yeah.
Is there anything else she needs to do?
No, just relax.
So you say she needs to stop working for Roy. So she would have one morning a week to herself, What does she need to do to have a second morning a week to herself?
She already has the second morning.
Oh, which morning is that?
On a Wednesday.
So she'll have Wednesday and what other day?
Thursday.
Brilliant. And in those 2 days she can concentrate on learning healing, on doing her writing, her illustrating, and her creating.
Yeah.
That is so wonderful. And I'm so pleased for her. Can you fill her with confidence now, so that she can do all these things with joy and spontaneity and freedom? Do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. We would like the best for Roxanna's life and her physical, mental, and spiritual evolution. Can you do a scan of her body now, please, and her aura, and tell us how they are?
Okay.
Is everything fine?
Yeah.
In the body?
Yes.
And in the aura?
Yes.
Can you now clean all her chakras and re-energize them now, please?
Yeah.
And tell us when this is done.
Okay.
Can you now tell us if there's a specific crystal that would be beneficial to her for her work with crystals?
Rose quartz.
And how should she carry this rose quartz?
Just on her. In her bag.
In her bag. And can you now activate her hands so that she feels very powerfully from this day forward the healing energy from you that she can use for healing and with crystals for others and herself, as well as creativity for all that she wants to create, writing, illustrating, and creating things.
Yeah.
And tell us when the body is feeling this beautiful energy and connection, particularly the hands.
Okay.
And this beautiful energy that is felt in the hands will become stronger and stronger. Will help her in all ways with her intuition, her creativity on all levels. And all is wonderful now. The body and soul of Roxanna are in complete and marvelous harmony. All is wonderful. The body and soul of Roxanna are in complete and marvelous harmony. And I'd also like to ask you, Superconscious, if you would please raise Roxanna's vibrational rate so that Roxanna can receive messages from you more clearly as from now on, and to continue after today's consultation. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us when you've done this.
Okay.
Thank you. So Roxanna's vibrations are now raised for Roxanna's vibrational rate, and also to receive messages from you clearly from now on. Does Roxanna need to visualize the white light before going to sleep each night to continue the healing you have done?
Yeah.
Can you please ensure she does this?
Yeah.
So each night before Roxanna goes to sleep, she will visualize the white light so as to continue the healing you have done. You have been speaking to Roxanna for a while. Can you please explain to her with your own words in a way she can understand who you are, please?
The higher entity that knows what she needs to know.
Do you have any final message you'd like to give Roxanna?
Just love yourself.
And will this be easy for her to do from now on?
Yeah.
Okay. Has Roxanna received all the information she needs today?
Yeah.